Yo, Marsleaf here, and you probably guessed it's another Canes Wrath video commentary for the umpteenth time. But anyways, we have Unleashed UA playing as the blue T-59, and we have Bonus Rue playing as the Nod Cyan. So let's commence this now and get straight into it. We have Bonus Rue down here in the Nod, placing down his power plant, and we also have Unleashed in the top right hand corner playing as the T-59, dropping down that reactor, getting the portal out as soon as possible. This is 1.02 plus, if I failed to mention in the beginning of the video. And of course I have the texture setting down to medium because it looks horrendously bad on ultra high. I really recommend, if you're playing on 1.02 plus, to change the settings and lower them somewhat. I found the ideal setting here. It's medium on terrain detail and about high on shadows. But yeah, Bonus Rue going to be dropping down his refinery. Did either player go for the Tiberium spikes? Of course, Unleashed has a huge spike fetish, and he loves these defensive towers. He has a bond with those as well. And case in point, uses the Buzzer Swarm support power. Not entirely sure if I agree with that decision of Unleashed. Why did he do that? Seriously. He's grabbed both of his tip spike. Does he have a further engineer? Does he have a further? Oh right, okay, it was hidden in the terrain. Couldn't really make that saboteur out, or assimilator as it's known as for the Scren. Bonus Rue going to be capturing his spike, and he also managed to secure a defensive tower. If he's paying attention, you could quickly focus fire this defensive tower. Of course, sometimes they fail to focus fire each other down, but now they'll start to take a swipe at each other, and it looks like both had identical timing, and it may be that both of these towers go down at the same time, so mutual destruction for these towers. As you can see here, the health is so low, both towers will take each other down, so that's quite rare. How often do you see that happen? And strange War Factory placement for Unleashed. He's placed it away from his reactors, not reactors, extractors. Of course, so easy to confuse those two. And a corruptor. So he's implemented that nerve center by building a corruptor. But still, I'm not entirely certain if it was worth spending a $1,500 support power just to clean up a couple militant squads. Not at all. But here we have Bonus Rue going to be ecoing hard. He's going for the operations center. I wonder what that could mean. Probably flame tanks or a tier 3. It looks like he's going to be going for a tier 3, so it's going to be some fast one-clicks maybe for Bonus Rue. I can't imagine what else it could be. But Unleashed, of course, his halves are immune to catalyst missiles. They do not get killed by that Nod support power. And this corruptor, it could take out this Tiberium spike. If Bonus Rue is paying attention here, he could definitely send these buggies here and flank the rear armor of the corruptor, because they take 150% more damage if you attack them from the rear, and that probably could save him this spike here, which is going low on health. And that Raider buggy has found its way, and it's just going to pick at this reactor. And one of the buggies all getting taken out there. That's not a good micro by Bonus Rue. The Corruptor does manage to take out the Tiberium spike with just only a sliver of health remaining. Will he get this Corruptor here? It's going to be down. Bonus Rue, as I was saying, you could have saved that spike. If you had a single bike there, then that would have helped him immensely. Now, Unleashed. Oh, yeah, the health bus, forgot to turn that off. Okay, so Unleashed, he probably has a further ref queued, or maybe a tech center. Whilst this is going to be an emissary, but the emissary, it has to watch out for this lightning spike though, as it's going to get destroyed by it. If Unleashed is paying attention, you can definitely take that out at the moment. And there is a Seeker here, as I've pointed out earlier. He could have taken out this outpost. That Seeker would have came in useful there, but it will get deployed. And Bonus Rue, if he has a structure queued, he can immediately place it at his outpost. But no, what is he doing, Bonus Rue? Bonus Rue, you could have placed this Redeemer facility at your outpost. And it looks like this outpost was spotted by Unleashed, so Unleashed on top of things here. What is he going for? He's going for Mechapede. Both the defensive towers are taken out, so it isn't really dangerous using the middle as a path to attack your opponent with. And stealth tanks are going to be the counter to the Mechapedes for bonus through. Not a bad choice, to be honest. Stealth tanks, especially with a tip core, are immensely good against Mechapedes, although you have to make sure you can ambush them correctly. And as you can see, he's going to get this Mechapede on the head. Good micro by bonus through, managing to snipe down that Mechapede head. And a further Mechapede is likely going to go down. There is just one stealth tank there. One of them did get cleaned up. But Prodigy comes in, it took out that outpost and stole the refinery. That has got to hurt bonus through. Bonus through, though, he still does have an outpost down here, so he has a backup plan. And that Prodigy did manage to make it out alive. If bonus through is playing smart, he could probably go for an airfield and spam a couple Venoms, especially with the lasers. They make short work of the Prodigies and Masterminds, and as you can see, he's already got the laser capacitor upgrade, so you can implement that now and go for a couple Venoms and take that Prodigy out as soon as possible. Because, you know, Unleashed, he loves his Prodigies. I do as well. They're very good units. This tripod here, I'm not sure what it's hoping to accomplish. I mean, I hope he's aware that the Redeemer's going to possibly take it out, and that's going to be a free husk for bonus through. And using the rage generator just so his tripod couldn't escape the rage, but luckily Unleashed teleported just before that happened, and is able to save that tripod. If you didn't know, if you teleport units while they're affected by the rage generator, they cannot be teleported or phased. So yeah, take notes if you're playing against a Hexalamer as an odd faction. You have to use this Redeemer as the ultimate tool of their demise and take out their Hexapod using that very, 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 very useful ability. And bonus through, what was that? Seriously? Come on, I've seen better imps than that before. He does have 4 buggies remaining. And the stealth tank's causing a lot of problems for Unleashed, sniping down that harvester there. But bonus through, he has got an economy fully established. Unleashed, on the other hand, he still has some Tiberium left. He has to make a push, though, to his expansion, and that's what he's doing here. He's moving his drone ship. The Prodigy is garrisoned within this structure, so it will be safe from Venoms, but he's going to have to get some Black Hand Troopers in order to take it out. But this MCV, I'm not sure where it's going. This Hexapod is here, and it's going to shoot down this MCV, but luckily, though, bonus through EMP'd the Hexapod, and he has to watch out for these lightning spikes there, because one of the stealth tanks did get taken out by it. And this Hexapod, Unleashed, realizing that he cannot save this Hexapod, using the phase field. That only lasts for so long, mind. The cooldown will expire once it's been relieved from EMP. And what happened to his MCV? What happened to his MCV was that did the Prodigy make its way in there and take out the MCV? I'm not sure, but that is definitely the engineer of Unleashed, I think. Let me just zoom in into this here. Very hard to make out the colors there. That's definitely Unleashed's engineer. And where on earth did that storm column go? How did the storm column go there? He must have placed the storm column after capturing that MCV. And good scouting by bonus, so he's keeping an eye on everything that Unleashed got here. But what's the big problem for bonus here is the fact that the Hexapod has found its way into the base, but the Redeemer is here to take on the Hexapod, and the Hexapod cannot be teleported by the Prodigy, as you saw there. What the hell just happened there? Seriously. He used the teleport, but then the Hexapod didn't quite make it there. Yeah, well, case in point, you can't teleport your Hexapod once it's under the effects of the rage generator. There are many Venoms here. I'm going to assume the Prodigy got cleaned out from this bunker. And then the bunker is still safe and sound. And that Hexapod did not quite make it out alive. So no more Hexapod for you, Unleashed. And if I know your game plan, you are going immediately for another one. And yes, you are. You definitely need that Hexapod out to combat the Redeemer. The Redeemer, speaking of him, he's probably going to be marching up towards the top expansion field, or probably going to do a suicide run into Unleashed base. Probably could take out this tech infrastructure here. There is a lot of it. There is a technology assembler, a nerve center, and even a stasis chamber. Remember, T-59 do not get their stasis shield. They get the temporal wormhole instead, which is cheaper, but you need a tech center as the prerequisite. It's good in certain scenarios. I mean, I think they're excellent for taking on Hexapods, but other than that, I think the stasis shield is superior in every way. And the EMP control center will get taken out by Bonu. He's got a lot of venoms here. And the Hexapod, it has sounded its birth and it is out on the field to do some damage for Unleashed. But that's got to hurt, destroying 2 of the refineries there. So Unleashed UA is going to have to spend that much needed Tiberium and rebuild those refineries. Bonu, he has expanded to the top field here. He did have a backup plan. What he could do is build a secret shrine and deploy several disruption towers. That would help him keep his base and his units a secret. And if you didn't know, putting a disruption pod, you know those pods that the Vertigo bombers can drop, can actually stealth the disruption tower. So you have the disruption tower stealthing your base, but then you also have the disruption pod stealthing your disruption tower, if that made any sense whatsoever. Yeah, you can keep your base an absolute secret if you've done that. And Unleashed UA totally abusing this Hexapod here. Where is it? Is back at home. I can imagine he'll be doing that forever to come. Unleashed UA not going to go down unless his Hexapod is destroyed. And Bonu, he's going for the beam cannons. The beam cannons are a really good idea. He could link these venoms up with the beam cannons and take on this Hexapod here, as the beams, once linked to the unit that they're targeting, cannot be the unit cannot escape from those beam cannons unless the venom is destroyed. And the Hexapod getting EMP'd, it's not exactly a large threat. It's these Seekers that need to be taken out as soon as possible, as they're doing a lot of damage to that Harvester, making it out barely. And Unleashed, you're completely dry on Tiberium here. You're leeching as much Tib as possible. A lot of those Harvesters are full of Tiberium. There's 3 Harvesters there that are full. He's got so many Harvesters, he could use some of these Harvesters and just scout the base. I mean, honestly, you don't need that many Harvesters at this point in the game. You might as well just use them as scouts. Well, I do that anyways, because what other purpose are they going to serve you? But Bonu trying to defend off against this Hexapod. I mean, as I was saying, he could have just used the beam cannons and made short work of that Hexapod. If Unleashed is gonna play like this. But the beam cannons instead are going to make their way into Unleashed base, and they're going to destroy everything here. Storm Riders are out for Unleashed, but these EMP Raider buggies and Venoms with the laser capacitors will make short work of these Venoms. Venoms aren't exactly a good unit to train once Nod reached this stage. But what is he going to do? What is he going to do? He's going to have to... He can't engage with his Hexapod as there are too many Raider buggies here, and the Hexapod will just get completely obliterated. Selling off the drone ship. Was that Unleashed only drone ship? Oh no, he's got a secondary one there. So it's not a big deal for him. The beam cannons, though, they're on a rampage. They could take out this technology assembler. That's definitely a large target when you're playing T-59. You want to destroy that as soon as possible. And the beams will be able to take out most of the structures inside of Unleashed base. Temple of Nod is down for Bonu, so Bonu planning to make this a very, very long game indeed. He's going for that Temple of Nod. Of course, he can use that also to return his EMP affected units and structures back to normal. Also works on structures. I know it doesn't mention that in the description, but you can actually use it on units affected by EMP. and this tripod will go down. There's just too many beam cannons there for it, and the beams are going to take on this Hexapod. Hexapod, it is getting destroyed here, but the beams are getting picked off by these Storm Riders. Where is Bonusru's reinforcements? He does have 2 Venoms here to take on these Storms. Where are the additional reinforcements? Does he have anything? He's only got 2 or 3 Venoms by the look of things here, but that will be enough as the Venoms, as the Storm Riders are crumbling down. There is just 1 Storm Rider remaining. It's going to go down here, and there it goes. So no more Storm Rider threat for Bonusru. But the Redeemer has made its way into the base. It's going to destroy everything here. And that is Unleashed only drone ship, and he's also being attacked from the rear by these beam cannons. So how on earth is he going to defend off against this very, very strong push by Bonusru? And the tripod does get crushed, so no more EMP units for Unleashed. And this is the only production facility and queue of Unleashed UA. How is he going to recover if he loses that? I do not know. And the Prodigy is still alive, I think. Where is the Prodigy? Venom's getting taken out by the Shard anti-aircraft plasma missile batteries. They are extremely powerful against aircraft. The Prodigy has made its way into this bunker. Catalyst missile goes off. Just 1 structure remaining. The Redeemer goes down. Anti-aircraft battery remains for Unleashed, but this is the only structure of Unleashed. Will he destroy the structure? This structure is so low on health, but Bonusru is determined to destroy the structure at all costs. Will he get it? It's going to be so close. No, he barely manages to save that structure there. Barely managing. That's Unleashed's only structure, I think, on the entire map. Let's just go up here. He's sold off everything, and he's only got this reactor. How on earth is he going to make a comeback? If Bonusru is a smart enough player, he could just send some fast attack units here and destroy that reactor as soon as possible. But the Prodigy is here to defend, and those militants did get area mind controlled. He probably could have just area mind controlled 1 or 2 of them, as they're all going to go back to Bonusru's control. I mean, remember, as I said in one of my previous VODs, the area mind control only lasts 6 seconds on infantry, so you're better off using it on vehicles, to be honest. And Harvest is getting crushed. Oh, that's got to hurt for Bonusru. Nice bit of experience for Unleashed with Hexapod here. Temple of Nod is still up, but I'm not sure if he's going to have enough time to use it. He needs to get some EMP buggies up immediately to EMP this Hexapod. 1 EMP buggy for Unleashed. He needs to train more of those up now. And this Temple of Nod is in grave danger. He probably could sell it now. It's just pointless. But the Hexapod is EMP'd here. He does have 3 minutes on the cooldown. All he has to do is just nuke this reactor. That's the only thing that Bonusru has to destroy, is that single structure. So it's probably not a wise idea going for the Hexapod. He could probably just go all out on this power plant. It's only a power plant. It has hardly any health whatsoever. The Prodigy is going to abandon his base. I'm not sure if this is a good idea for Unleashed, because if he loses that power plant, he is essentially out of the game here. But he realizes that his Hexapod will be indefinitely empty if he doesn't do anything about it. And the Prodigy is coming in. I'm not sure what he's going to do. He does have some structures here to garrison and protect itself from these Raider buggies. But I think he's going to go for the construction yard. And yes, he's going for the construction yard. And now he's got a build queue. So Unleashed is now really back in the game. All he has to do is get a ref up. Or he could just go for a Hananod or something, just to keep himself in the game and have some units to produce an EMP, using the area mind control on those Raider buggies. That Prodigy doing so much damage for Unleashed, and selling off that construction yard to get the Hananod out. I can only imagine he's going to be going for the rocket squads, and Bonusru too quick to realize that there is a saboteur there, and he did manage to sell his refinery, and the barracks did get taken out. The barracks, the reactor. But that was Unleashed backup plan, and those Raider buggies being EMP'd constantly here. He has to watch he doesn't lose his Prodigy though, as those buggies will go back to the control of Bonusru shortly. The Hexapod is here. He needs to destroy these structures, as that nuke cooldown is still going down. I mean, he has to destroy that quickly. Bonusru, he does have his Redeemer here. It's ungarrisoned with anything. He has to go and destroy these structures of Unleashed. but he does not have an airfield, so no more Venoms for Bonus through. How is he going to destroy this Prodigy? He has to just train a ton of EMP Raider buggies, and that's what he's doing. I'm glad that he realizes that's all he needs to win this game. He just needs to mass as many of these EMP buggies as possible and destroy this Hexapod and the Prodigy. The Prodigy is up here, getting some healing on that Tiberium there, as you can see. Always comes in handy having that trait as a Traveler and Scren, just being able to heal your infantry near to war factories and Tiberium. The Hexapod is being EMP'd, and this looks like a beacon. I can only assume it's going to be a vapor bomb here, and it will probably destroy these structures, and Unleashed will be out of the game. But no, not quite getting that power plant there, and the refinery is taken. But the Black Hand Squad are taking on this refinery, and if that goes down, then Unleashed is going to be out of this game here. This game is getting so incredibly close. I can't describe how close this game is at the moment. The refinery is taken, and he has to desperately go for another structure. Maybe go for this tech lab, as that refinery is getting really low on health. These Raider buggies, they do have delayed capacitors. He has to watch out. This Prodigy going for the Redeemer Engineering Facility, that isn't a bad choice either. Now Unleashed is just down to this single power plant. He has to repair that power plant up. The EMP Raider buggy is trying to hunt down this Prodigy. Prodigy getting really low on health, using the area mind control on the Prodigy, saving that Prodigy once again from the EMP Raider buggies, and the Hexapod is elite. There is just several structures remaining for Bonusu, and Unleashed has only a power plant with a slight sliver of health left. Who will win this game? Bonusu, he cannot hope to take on this Hexapod. He has no EMP equipped units. And what was that? Was that the... that was the Catalyst Missile destroys the Prodigy. So now we're just down to several structures here. All Bonusu has to do is go for that power plant immediately. This Hexapod is going to be a tight game, this indeed. Only one power plant remaining. Unleashed definitely needs to heal that power plant up back to normal. I'm going to say this is the closest game I've ever seen, ever. And this power plant is going down. There is a Black Hand Squad to assist this Hexapod, and there is just one power plant remaining. Bonusu is going to lose his Redeemer any second now, as this power plant will get destroyed, and Bonusu is defeated there in such an incredibly close game between Unleashed UA and Bonusu. And yeah, how often do you see Nod versus Traveler games end up that close and so good? Wow, that is definitely such a good game. Definitely worth your attention and your wub in GameReplays.org. I'll provide the link to the replay itself in the description below, so be sure to wub that game if you feel it needs, if it's worthy of it, of course. But anyways, if we go through the stats here, we see that Unleashed UA obviously up and down. I'm not sure if that swarm in the start paid off for itself. As you can see, Unleashed UA being behind in economy throughout that game there, especially in the start. I mean, that's just such a dumb decision in my opinion. That's $2,250 just to kill a couple militant squads. That will almost definitely put Bonusu ahead. I mean, I guess he was anticipating him to go for the spikes, and he was trying to cut off the engineer, but his timing was slightly off there. Still, then again, he pulled off such an amazing comeback in the end with that Hexapod and the Prodigy, the two most deadly units in the game. I think we can all agree on that. And yes, such an incredibly close game. One single reactor power plant left for Unleashed, and that was a Nod power plant. It wasn't even a Scren structure. So he was kept in the game by his opponent's buildings. Man, that is really crazy. And yeah, units killed for Unleashed 133 to Bonusu's 101, with a slightly lower kill to death ratio for Bonusu. Seeker Tank obviously being the favorite unit for Unleashed, or not Seeker Tank, you know, Seeker, let's refer to it by the Seeker, because it's technically not a tank, as it dies to pretty much everything in the game. And Bonusu here, he had that super weapon, probably was hoping to launch it at the last second, but Unleashed UA did make the right decisions in the end. If he had that super weapon more entrenched in his base, then he probably could have won that game, no problem whatsoever. But still, nonetheless, great comeback by Unleashed, and Bonusu, you both pulled off an entertaining show there, and I very much enjoyed that game. So yeah, this is Marsleaf, and if you thought this video was entertaining, then don't forget to like it, and I'll see you all next time. Peace out.